Hi, this is Michelle. I just finished the front of this Bucilla Caring Nurse felt stocking, and it's time to sew the back on. So I thought I'd make a quick video to show you how to do that. It's really easy. In your instructions, it says applique the completed front of the stocking to the back. So a couple people have asked the question, why does it always say applique in the instructions, and then there's also an applique stitch? So to applique is to take small pieces of fabric, or in our case felt, and apply them or applique them to a bigger piece and make a picture or a pattern. So that's what the word applique means. The applique stitch is when you go to stitch your little pieces to your big piece, which your big piece would be your stocking base. That is when you use the applique stitch. That's more of a hidden stitch. You don't really see it like your embroidery stitches. You want to see those, but you don't generally want to see your applique stitch. So we are going to put the back on. Now, one thing you have to remember, when you first start your stocking, this whole front of this stocking is red. And when I started, the red and the white, which the white is the back, they were the same size. And now that they're done, when you applique your pieces onto the front and then you lay it over the white, you can kind of like tell, you're thinking, oh gosh, it doesn't fit. Should I trim it? I never trim it. It will work out. It will fit. It does fit. They were the same size in the beginning. They're still the same size. By the time you get this all stitched around, you will see that it fits. I use clips. You can use pins. I usually use about 4. Clip it together, hold it in place, and this helps keep it all together. Now, there's been a lot of questions too. Why, if the front is mainly red, why is there a white back? The white felt that plaid uses is generally stronger and thicker, so that's why there's usually a white back. Unless the designer designs it with the same color back, then you'll have red on the back, but generally they use the white. So I'm ready to start putting my back on. Now, when you do the back, I usually match up whatever color is on the front. That's the color floss I use. So for here, I'm going to start with red, and then I'll probably go down to green, unless that red is, you can really see it. Then I would just go ahead and do red. Down here at the bottom, I would switch to the same color, this light brown. You can use transparent thread. I like to use these 2 brands. These are what I like to use, both of them. They're the same. This one you can get at Walmart. This one I found at Joann Fabrics. They're not very expensive, but it takes a little patience when using it. It's very hard to tie a knot in just one strand. So when I use a transparent thread, I put one, you know, I have 2 strands here, but I put one end in the needle, brought it down together with the other one, and I'll tie a knot in both of them. 2 knots usually will do it. They never go right to the end, so I'll just trim it a little bit. Sometimes I'll use transparent thread to attach some sequins. Sometimes I use it to add the back, but I never use it to applique. It's too much of a pain to work with, so I don't really like to mess with it. But I'm going to start with the transparent thread here. And so I'm going to do a whip stitch, small, even stitches, tiny, close together. Because you don't, with transparent thread, you're not going to really see it anyway. But you want, and this stuff does knot pretty easily. You want to keep your length short too. I only have about 18 inches on here. But so if I'm going to use a transparent thread, you know, you won't see. So I've started it with transparent thread, so you can't see anything on the back, you can't see on the front. But I'm going to go back to the red because it is easier to use. So I've got my red floss on the number 10 beading needle that comes with the kit. Hide your needle on the inside. So this is where you'll really be able to see what you're doing here. So I'm doing a whip stitch. Small, even stitches close together. If you do a big whip stitch, a big fast whip stitch, spread far apart, you're gonna be able to see that it's far apart, and it's not gonna look that great. It's gonna look sloppy. So you really wanna do them close together, and you want it as hidden as you can make it. So the red on the red, you can't see it because it's close together, tiny stitches. The back, you can see it a little bit, but mainly everyone's going to be looking at the front, so that's really what you want to see is the front. Think of it when you are stitching your back to your front. Think of it as if you are, like when I stitched the bear, the front of the bear to the back of the bear. They're tiny little stitches. Can't hardly see them. That's what you want to do here. I know sometimes when you're working on a big piece, you lose track of how big it is, and you just think you can just do these big stitches and get done quick. But it really pays to go slow, keep your stitches close together. It looks better, and that is hidden. See on the back, can barely see the red. I'm going to continue down. I'll get down here to the green, and if I can grab enough of the red, I'll probably just continue with the red. But if I can't, I'll switch it over to green. We'll get down there in a second, and I will see how it works. I really like this stocking because I like the stockings that are full on the front, like full decoration on the front. There's no wasted space. So I really like how this one was done. It's really cute. So let's see, just about to the green here. And I think I can grab just enough. So when you are stitching the back to the front, you want to just grab that front part. So just the red. And you can get to it by being very careful. So see, I'm just getting the red felt and attaching it to the white. So I can continue this all the way around. Like I said, when I get down to here, I'll decide if I need to switch and use the light brown. But I'm gonna continue, and then I've got some really cute fabric that I'm gonna put in this one. And my hang tab, and I'll be all finished. That's how you put the back on. It is really easy, really simple. This is the way I do it. Doesn't mean it's right, but this is how I do it, and this is how the model was made on the cover. And I know that because I did this one.